Hey YouTube family, welcome to my channel. My name is Ranzu and I am an owner of an online clothing boutique called Royal Flare Collective. And in today's video, I just want to share a few businesses that you can start if you've been trying to start a business and you are not sure what kind of business you should start. Then maybe these can help you. Maybe one of these can be for you. So I've always known what kind of business I wanted to start. I've always wanted to make and sell clothing. That has always been my number one dream. Of course, I've had other ideas that I want to start. Also, some of these that I'm going to share are some businesses that I want to start in the future. But I know that there are some people who may not know what business they should start specifically. You may know that you have certain interests, and you see certain businesses, but you're not quite sure which one would be right for you. Before we get started, if you are an aspiring business owner or you are a small business owner who is starting or has started their business, then this channel is for you, because I share all kinds of resources, information, and tutorials that will help you in your journey to starting and growing your business, as well as tutorials for tools and all kinds of resources that help you. And also give the video a thumbs up if you find this information valuable. Also share it with somebody that you feel would benefit from this type of video, or this video specifically. The first business that I think you should start, or you can start, is a hair care business. So back in the days, it would have been difficult for you to start a hair care business, but these days there are so many local suppliers and local manufacturers for hair care products. But what I've noticed is the secret to having a successful hair care business is to start by solving one specific problem. So if you are focused, or your business focuses on hair growth, then make sure that the products that you are selling are focused on hair growth. If your focus is combating, you helping people to keep their hair from getting dandruff, you're solving like itchy hair and all those things, make sure that your products will deal with dandruff and itchy hair, dryness, etc. Right? So when you start by focusing on a specific problem, and then it's easier to find your customers, because different people struggle from different things. For instance, I don't struggle with hair growth. My hair grows really fast and it grows long enough if I keep it long enough and as long as I take care of it. But I struggle with itchiness. My scalp gets dry, it itches, sometimes I may get dandruff. So if I was shopping for hair care products, my focus is mainly keeping my hair moisturized and keeping basically solving the itchy hair problem or itchy scalp problem for my hair. Whereas someone else may have hair that doesn't get itchy, doesn't get dry, but their hair doesn't grow. Their hair lacks volume, they have a hairline problem, etc. So if you can target a specific area or focus on a specific area, and then find products or formulate products that can deal with that issue. Now you're thinking, like, how can I formulate products? Like, where would I know? Google and ChatGPT are your friends. If you want to know anything these days, you just need to search. You literally just need to search. So what I would do personally, if I'm trying to create hair care products that can deal with itchiness and dryness of hair, to make sure that the hair stays moisturized and you don't struggle with itching and all that in your scalp, I go to ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT, I'm trying to create a hair care product. So I want to create a shampoo, conditioner, hair moisturizer, or hair butter that will deal with the specific problem. So that will deal with itchiness, dry scalp, and dandruff, right? So ChatGPT will list a bunch of ingredients that you will need, and it will also tell you what each ingredient tackles, or what benefit does each ingredient have, right? Then you can also ask ChatGPT, where can I buy these ingredients? ChatGPT looks all over the internet and finds you suppliers of those ingredients locally. So you specify that you want suppliers that are local, because it is cheaper for you to start that way. If you are going to want to go and find these products in bulk in China and all those things, it's gonna cost you so much money. You're gonna have to start with a lot of money. That's just the reality of it, because you're not just buying the products, you also have to pay shipping, customs, all those things. You have to find a shipping agent and just all those other things. But if you use local suppliers of these ingredients, then it's just much cheaper. You can buy the ingredients and make the products yourself, or you can look for suppliers that are already selling these products in bulk. And when you look for these suppliers, you're reading through their product descriptions, you're reading through, okay, what is the target for this product? This product, they speak a lot about, it deals, it keeps your hair moisturized, it keeps your hair from itchiness, it deals with itchiness, blah blah blah. Or this product, it deals with hair growth, this is hair growth oil, what. You can find those suppliers. Literally, you can also use TikTok to search. TikTok is a great search engine. So if you are looking for suppliers for anything, you can literally just go search it in TikTok and look for hair care suppliers in South Africa, and you'll find a whole bunch of videos that will come up with that are from people who are supplying hair care products. You can also search on Instagram and you can find a whole lot of businesses. I follow a lot of businesses that are hair care, that sell ingredients, raw materials, but some also sell like ready-made products that are packaged, and then you can just slap your sticker on. You can literally design your sticker in Canva. I design almost everything: my thank you cards for my business, stickers, or your labels, care labels, clothing tags, whatever. I design it all in Canva, and then I send it to, so I normally will use Impress printers, but there's also what is it called, paper packaging South Africa, something like that, the paper packaging company or something like that. There's like a bunch of businesses basically that can print out your stickers once you've designed them in Canva. You can even find those on TikTok and Google, Instagram, whatever. You just need to do the search, right? That's a business you can start. And the good thing about that is that you can start it from with less than 2,000 rand. You can start your business with 2,000 rand. If you are buying, like for me, if I was wanted to sell those stuff retail, I would buy ready-made products. I just obviously look specifically for a product that wants to solve the problem that I want to solve, and then I would get stickers made and slap my stickers on there. Make sure I'm creating really nice content, taking pictures of the product, taking videos of the product, showing the consistency, how the product feels when you pour it out and stuff, and showing how I would use the product, and explaining what it smells like, what it feels like on the hair, showing how it is when you actually start using the product, when it interacts with my hair, when it interacts with water, just showing the product in use, and then explaining what result I get from using these products, what problem I had and what result I get from using these products. That's a business you can start. So you can start there, and then as your business grows, you can even expand to supplying other people and becoming a hair care supplier, because obviously as your business grows, you'll be buying more ingredients and all that. You can even now start buying ingredients in larger quantities. You now have the money to either produce your products, your ready-made products, in larger quantities, or you can now buy raw materials, produce products, and sell to other small business owners or to other people who want to now start their own business. And with the hair care business is that you can also add things like bonnets and scrunchies and head wraps and all that, just things that also have to do with caring for your hair and stuff. So if that is something you're interested in, if you're someone who either has a problem of your own when it comes to hair, or there's a problem that you want to solve when it comes to hair, or you're just interested in that type of business, then that is a business that you definitely should start. Lots of money in it. I see a lot of people who make money, a lot of people, the business seems to grow fast, and it's much easier to make sales, honestly, when you're selling products that solve a problem. The second business that you can start is a nail business. Listen, nail techs are making money. Do not think that they're just making pretty nails and they are making money. These people, like, when a nail tech is getting frequent clients, they can make like 20k or more a month. Like, they make a lot of money, especially if you perfect your skill, if you refine your skill and you make sure that like you're doing a proper job, you're keeping clients, and so that you have clients that come back every month to come do their nails, to come, fill out their nails, all those things, and they'll be referring you. You'll also be able to share your work on social media, so more people will want to know, oh, hey, where you based and whatnot, and you're able to go into the nails. So if it's something that you want to start, say you don't know how to do it yet, there are a lot of people who offer like lessons or classes on getting started and whatnot. They even supply you with a starter kit and all those things. You can just search on TikTok. I've come across so many people who offer those classes. So you can literally just, if you have the money, then you can invest in that class, learn how to do it, and start your business. You can start by either, if you have space in your home for people to come and do their nails, like say you have like a garage, or you have a space in your living room or whatever, then you can set up your table and whatnot. Just make sure that your place is clean. When people come in, they're not like kids running around, your family's not hanging around and all that. If you're gonna have people come to your home. But you can also offer house calls, which of course you should charge a little fee for, to cover your travel and whatnot. It's up to you. If you strictly do house calls, and then the fee should be a part of the price of your nails. But if you have if you can give your customers an option between having a house call or them coming to your place, then you would disclose the fee upfront, that hey, there's a fee if I'm going to come to your house and whatnot, right? Cool, you can do that. And starter kits, you can get starter kits. There's a store called Planet Nails. They have branches all over South Africa. You can literally just search Planet Nails. They sell all kinds of nail supplies. They also sell a nail starter kit. I think the nail starter kit is like around 2,000 rand, and it has like everything that you need basically to start doing like basic nails, right? It's got them. When I was in varsity, I did start a nail business. I bought that starter kit. Obviously, the products were slightly different back then, but like most of the stuff was the same, right? I started doing nails in varsity. I went and bought a starter kit. I went on YouTube and figured out, okay, cool, this is how you do it. Watched some tutorials and I tried to do it. I learned how to do it. I did it on my own nails, and then I called my friends. I did their nails, and then I took pictures, made a little poster, put it all over campus, and I was charging people 50 rand to do their nails, which was silly, but like I was charging people 50 rand. I even had some people who were already employees of the university who actually like saw my poster, and they would like text me, and I'd go and like meet them somewhere. We go sit somewhere on campus and I'd do their nails. So yeah, that didn't last that long, because like for me, I'm asthmatic, and the fumes from the product and stuff was too much for my chest, so it made me sick. So I had to just stop that business. But it was a legit business. I even like went and opened a business account at Standard Bank, and yeah, the money was going into my business account and I was making money. It wasn't a lot, obviously, because I did it for a short period of time, but I'm just telling you that like it's that easy to learn that kind of skill. You can also get I've seen nail starter kits that are cheaper on Shein and also on Takealot. I've seen like the whole kit and stuff, so check those out too if that's something you're interested in starting. You don't have to go and pay. To be honest, you don't always have to go pay. It depends. If you are someone who's good at learning at your own pace and learning by yourself, then definitely you can learn by watching videos on YouTube. That's how I learned how to make clothes. I watched videos on YouTube because I can easily learn by just watching someone do something, and then I can be like, oh, okay, cool, I can do it too, right? But if you are someone who needs someone to be here and you want to be able to ask questions in real time and all that, then definitely invest in a class, right? So that you can learn to do it properly. Practice on your friends, practice on your own hand. So I would do like the one hand. I would also try to do the other hand. It was difficult, but like I would do like my one hand and then take pictures of that, and then like I dip it in acetone to like get the nails off so I can do like a different design, etc. So with that, if it's something that you're still trying to learn, just know that the starter kit will mostly be for you to practice, because your first couple of nails will not be perfect, so it's going to be for you to practice. So use that and practice and learn to do all kinds of design. You don't have to start trying to do difficult designs. And then another thing with a nail business, you don't always have to do like actual nails. You can also do press on nails. You can buy kits, the actual kits for you to do press on nails. So like it's like the nails and then like the rest of the products for you to do the designs, the gels, all those things that you do on top of the nails. So you just need to buy like the hand, it's like a little stand, it's like a hand, it's just like that, and then like you use that hand to like put your nails and to do your designs and stuff on that hand. And then you package your already made your nails that are done, do whatever designs, etc., package them and sell them. You can even like buy stickers, get stickers made for your branding. It doesn't have to be extravagant in the beginning. It doesn't have to be super complicated. Just try to simplify it as much as possible. The main thing is for you to get your designs out there, your nail designs out there. It's just for you to sell your nails. That's it. And if you are a creative person, obviously. If you're not a creative person, I don't know if you would enjoy doing nails. I do think you do need to be a creative person to enjoy for a business like that, because it's a creative business. It's a business that requires you to be creative. It's a business that requires you to be able to see a design and be able to either replicate it or create your own version of it. So if you are someone who has a skill, so you either know how to do nails, you know how to do makeup, you're really good at installing wigs or doing hair, like braiding hair and stuff, or you're someone who knows how to sew like me, you're someone who I don't know, whatever skill you have, or you're someone who knows how to make like you can make tables, you can make cupboards and stuff, like carpentry, right? Whatever skill that you have, you can charge people and teach them that skill. There are so many people who are willing to pay to learn a skill, because they know that if I have a skill, I can charge people to do this thing for them. They know that if I can learn how to do nails, I can charge people and turn it into a business. If I can learn how to make tables, I can charge people and sell. I can make tables and sell them. If I can learn how to make clothing, how to make dresses and stuff, I can charge people and make dresses for them and make money from it. So people are always willing to learn a skill. So you can now create classes. So you promote that by showing, like doing little short tutorials online, whether it's on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, whatever. But you make videos of tutorials, you make videos sharing tips and stuff for people in that specific thing. So you share information. If I wanted to start teaching people how to make clothing, I would start sharing tips on how to make a scrunchie, how to make a bonnet, and do a little tutorial, how to make a whatever type of dress, and do a little tutorial. I'd share tips on what you need to know if you're making a pattern, what you need to know when you're choosing fabrics, etc. So you start by teaching those little things, giving that information, free information, to show people that, oh, okay, cool. You're basically showing people that I am an authority in this. I am someone who has knowledge in this. So I am someone who is qualified to teach you this thing. And then once you've built up an audience, it doesn't have to be a big audience, even a small audience, but like as long as you've shown people that you are able to do that thing, right? And you've already seen that, okay, there are people who've now shown interest in my videos, in my content. You create a class, you book a place where you can host your class. If it's something that doesn't require like a physical class or a physical lesson, you can do it via Zoom or whatever. But you create a class and you charge people. If it's something that requires, like for instance, what I've seen with people who teach makeup classes is they'll charge you a certain amount, and then from that amount it includes a startup makeup kit or whatever, and in the kit they basically include every product that you'll need to get started, right? So when you get to the class, you receive your kit, and as you do your makeup or you do whoever's makeup, whatever, you have all the products that you need. If I was teaching sewing, right, teaching people how to make clothes, right, then I would book a room and have tables set up and basic sewing machines set up that I can rent out from somewhere. You find somewhere to rent, you can literally find anything, you can rent out these things, rent them out, have people come in, and I teach them that you can teach people a skill, right? If it's installing wigs and stuff, same thing. You go, you buy people the wig stands, you know, the heads that the wig stands, you buy all the things that they'll need, a wig, the headbands, the glue, whatever, all the things, and you have that as like a starter pack that they're gonna find when they come to the class, and you teach people how to do that and you charge them. Like, people are genuinely, like, if you don't believe me, go on TikTok and search wig classes in South Africa, wig classes Johannesburg, makeup classes Johannesburg, I don't know, sewing classes. You will see that there are so many people that are interested. There is a market for it. A lot of people who are interested in learning a skill because they know that they can, if they learn a skill, they can make money from it. Not only that, but once they have mastered it, once they've made money from it, they can also teach other people. You know what I mean? So people are always willing to learn a skill. Okay, another business that you can start is a delivery business. So I came across this guy on TikTok, and he runs a local delivery business. So what he does is, if you are, say for instance, I'm going to give an example with one of his customers. One of his customers is someone who runs like a little home bakery or a small bakery. It's actually not a home bakery, but like, yeah, she runs a small bakery. Like, she makes cakes and cupcakes and all those things, right? And when people order, then he picks it up from her and delivers it to the customer, right? So you can say, if you are in Johannesburg, you can do deliveries within Johannesburg and Pretoria, because Pretoria is not that far, you know what I mean? So it's a place that you can go and deliver on the same day, right? So you can offer deliveries that are local. The reality is that, like, with courier companies are they charge more than you should technically be spending for a local delivery. When for instance, I ship out a lot of products. And sometimes my customer is local, but I'm not gonna like be able to go and deliver the product myself. Otherwise, I'm gonna now, my business, I turn into a delivery company, right? But if I have someone who can deliver my product, like that I can pay a fee, that I know that it's cheaper than the fee that I would have paid with the courier guy or Aramex or whatever, for me to deliver something from Sandton to Midrand, for instance, then I'm definitely willing to pay for that. So as a delivery, if you have a car, or you are able to rent out a what do you call it, a bike, is it a bike? Yeah, with that thing at the back, with the delivery thing at the back that you can put your thing in. Yeah, so this mainly works if you already have a car, you already have some sort of vehicle that you can use to, you know, get your deliveries. There are also you can rent out cars. I don't mean rent out as in like Avis and stuff, but I mean where you go and like rent to buy or whatever, or you search for cars that people rent out. Like some people rent out cars for Uber or whatever, so you can look for companies like that rent out cars, rent out bikes, scooters, whatever, and you can use those and start delivering locally, and you can expand and become the next Aramex, the courier guy, or the next Fastway or whatever. It really, it's possible. You can also start partnering with other national delivery companies and be able to do deliveries locally, and then you partnered with a certain delivery company to do national deliveries and all that stuff. So there are many ways to approach it, but definitely, where if you were to start a smaller local delivery company, then you know that your customers are small businesses in your area, or small businesses around you that want to get their orders to their customers without having to be the ones to now do these deliveries, or without having their customers have to drive all the way to come and get their products, especially with things like cakes and food deliveries. If you run a food business, if someone runs a food business and maybe they do home cooked meals or whatever, you can be their delivery person, and you're delivering these things to that person's customers. You're saving them and the customer that trip, right? And the customer can just pay a delivery fee instead of spending petrol or spending transport money to get to go and collect their thing, right? So that is a business you can start. And then the last, but definitely my favorite business that you can start, something that I want to branch into, especially since I produce clothing, is a wholesale business. I want to one day be a wholesale supplier. I want to be the person that now supplies other small businesses with clothing. I want small businesses to be buying t-shirts from me in bulk, to buy dresses from me in bulk, buy skirts from me in bulk, etc. You know what I mean? Instead of them having to go and look in China and Alibaba or whatever, I want them to come to my website, order a certain quantity, and they get their stuff delivered. I know that I produce, I have people who help me with the sewing and producing and stuff. I also would like to get into producing products, so producing lip glosses, producing scrunchies, bonnets and stuff, all those things in bulk, to supply people who want to start their businesses but are not necessarily able or willing to produce those things themselves. Producing skincare products and providing people with those things, and to a point where I even now put the branding for you. You know what I mean? You can be that person, right? So it might cost more than like if you are starting as a retailer and whatnot, but you know that you definitely have customers. They're definitely customers for it, because people are constantly looking for suppliers for certain products. So you just need to know what you want to supply people with and what will be easier for you to start with. For me, what's easier to start with is things that need sewing, right? If it's any product that needs me to sew, I can definitely start it today. I can start making it today, promoting today, and saying, listen, if you're looking to buy scrunchies in bulk, call me. If you're looking to buy bonnets in bulk, you know what I mean? Those are things that are easy for me, and I can branch into other things. So it's the same with you. What could be easier for you to, if you're not already in business, then definitely look at what costs less for you to start. So what costs less for you to start, in my opinion, is supplying things like skincare products, hair care products, lip glosses, those kind of things, because then you buy ingredients, you mix up the ingredients, and you package them in little bottles, containers, whatever, and you sell them to people in bulk. You know what I mean? You can have a minimum order quantity, or people can buy from 1 unit, whatever. It's really up to you. But I've seen that those types of businesses where you are supplying other small businesses, they tend to do well and they tend to grow faster than where you are supplying individuals. So definitely think about that. Consider that even if you already have a business, if you've been looking to expand and you're not sure how to expand your business, then think about providing your service or your product, creating it, also applying it to other businesses, becoming a supplier. You can make it a separate business, you can run it in the same business where people are able to buy retail and people are also able to buy in bulk. But when they buy in bulk, obviously it needs to be cheaper for them than when they're buying 1 unit of that product, right? So for me, if I start, or if or when I start selling things wholesale, I will make it a separate business, because I want to be able to speak to that target market and speak to that target market if it's individuals, etc. You know what I mean? And if I was to start a wholesale business, I wouldn't be selling the same stuff that I make for Royal Flair. It would be selling things that I know that people commonly buy, people commonly sell. You know what I mean? So yeah, become the supplier. Be the one who people now charge to say, oh, I'm gonna sell you my supplier, and they are selling your number. You know what I mean? So you can be that person. Be the one who is supplying other businesses. Now I just want to close off this video by saying, starting a business is not easy. There are definitely businesses that are easier to start than others. There are businesses that are easier for you to make profits than others. But in every single business you start, no matter how easy it was to start the business, no matter how easy it was for you to get products or inventory for that business principles need to be applied in every business in order for you to see sales, in order for you to see growth in your business. So it is very important for you to make sure that you are learning the right business principles and applying those business principles in your business. Now, if you are someone who's planning on starting a business, or you just started a business, but you know that you don't know the right principles, you don't know the things that are actually required for you to stand a chance at being successful in business, for you to make sure that you start a business that actually makes sales, that it actually sees growth, I have an ebook. This ebook is so valuable and so helpful for people who are new to business and you don't know all the things that you need to know for you to be successful in business. It's not just about having a product and posting it online and you make sales. There is a lot of work that goes into starting a business and actually seeing success. You don't want to waste your money on stock and end up sitting with stock that you are unable to sell because your business is just all over the place and you're just lost, you're just confused. So to make sure that you are not confused, to make sure that you know everything that is required of you as a small business owner, make sure that you get this ebook. Follow the ebook, apply everything that you learn in the ebook, and I promise you, you will not be confused, you will not be lost, and you will actually start building a business that is worth the investment, that was worth you investing whatever amount that you invested to get whatever products, whatever machinery, whatever it is that it cost you to start the business. You want to make sure that you get a return on your investment, and you can only do that by knowing the right things to do. Otherwise, guys, thank you for watching this video. Remember to hit subscribe if you like this type of content, and share the video with someone who you think will benefit from it. Sharing is caring, guys. We are a community and we need to grow together and build these businesses together. So definitely share it with a friend who you know would find value in this channel and in this video. If you have any questions that are business related to starting a business or anything business related, feel free to leave them in the comments. I am always willing to answer the questions, as many questions as I can. I'm always willing to answer as many comments as I can. So please do leave your questions in the comments. If there are any video requests you want to make, leave them in the comments and I will definitely do that for you. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys in the next video.